Go, go, Power Rangers. Hey, everybody, welcome to this channel. Welcome to Star Trek Network channel. I was trying to be cool there, starting with that music. And I also was trying to do this video late last night, after coming back seeing Power Rangers. I went back home to my hometown with my boys, my friends there. Shout out to Evan and Tyler um, to see the movie with them. Catch up and stuff like that as well with each of them. It was nice to see them catch up, talk, and to see the movie. It was certainly a good one, and like I said last night, I tried to do this review, but there were some technical difficulties. Google Hangouts wasn't really reacting right. Maybe it was just because it was a late night thing. Sometimes crazy things happen in the evening, right? Even though it was only 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern at that time. You never know. Something on my end, something just on the internet end. You never know. I know Google Hangouts is always reliable in the most part, with Google and stuff, and with YouTube and all this other and that stuff. But it just had some issues last night, and everything. I know I was hyped, and I'm still hyped. I mean, I just got up 10-15 minutes ago and got dressed here to do this video, and then I'll go about my day. But anyways, like I said, last night I saw Power Rangers, was hyped, loved it, was interested. And as I wake up here slowly, I'll get as hyped as I was late last night to do the review then. But that movie was straight fire, son. That was good. It was great. I enjoyed it. It was awesome from start to finish. I mean, obviously, I'll try to talk frame by frame, and hopefully, this video actually is able to happen. But like I said, it was great, and I enjoyed it. And Straight Fire, Straight Flames, it was good, and I don't know. I don't know if I can say that enough. Good. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Right away, as I start from the beginning, I guess we're like whatever period on Earth it was, Zoetic period or something like that. Way back when they were aliens. Zordon was the Red Ranger. You see there with the Yellow Ranger in front of him, and then he kills Rita. Or he has Alphos and the meteor to kill him and Rita. I guess sacrifice himself, good with the greater good. But in doing so, also he does have to find the chosen ones to be the Power Rangers in the distant future. It would be 10,000 years or more, but whatever. But this is his plan. To find Jason, Billy, Kimberly, Trini, others. So that was pretty cool. And then we get back to present day, show a backstory of each character, welcoming them to the show, I guess, or to the movie in a way. I don't know, introducing them really. Starting with Jason and going down the line. That was kind of cool in their interaction. I really like the friendship between Billy and Jason in the movie, and also Trini and Kimberly. There's one scene of them together at Krispy Kremes, kind of showing off their powers, limited capacity, obviously, not in an obvious way, but just playing around with each other in that way, in that fun way, PG way. There as friends, but I think everybody did well in their role, but I think RJ, who plays the Blue Ranger, he really stole the role, because Billy, being fun, being cool, he kind of reminded me of me, kind of how he was all the character there was all giddy when they got the Megazord and about Power Rangers and this and that and yada yada. His Billy personality was pretty close to my real personality, so that was kind of cool, like seeing yourself on screen, personality wise, for sure. People do tell me I'm smarter than I think I am, sort of thing. In those areas as well, for sure. So, but anyways, we get introduced to each of the characters, going out between Jason and his father. It's also kind of cool to see that other actor who also is from Disney Channel, from Jesse and others. Because I remembered him, and also Naomi Scott was in a Disney Channel movie herself. If I remember, if this is the right actress I'm thinking of, she was in Lemonade Mouth, Lemonade Mouth, a movie on Disney, a DCOM, Disney original movie. But anyways, Billy, who talks to himself, which is like I do a lot of the times. And technically what I'm doing right now, even though I do have an audience here on YouTube, but I'm I'm alone here in a way talking to myself about something, but really talking to all of you. But anyway, I'm just saying that's what I am and that's how I am. So Billy doing that, and like talking to his late father while he was Abe's, and then he finds the artifacts, and it's a group like, oh look, they're all there in one place. Who would have thought? But come upon Zordon and Alpha and everything, and Zordon, I gotta say, it was legit boss right there. Just the way he just has Zordon voice, the presence, and everything. And I liked if one thing was better than the original, I'm going to say overall, obviously, original is better than this. Just like I said for Beauty and the Beast, I'm not saying that 2017 adaptation of Beauty and the Beast or Power Rangers was bad. It was awesome. It was great. And I'm sure I'm going to see it again, either in theaters, or get it right when it comes out on DVD. Because I'm not one that usually gets Blu-ray. I'm sure at some point I'm going to have to deal with it and get Blu-ray, because DVDs will be extinct on their own, just like how VHSs are extinct now. Kids, if they don't even know what a VHS is, and the struggles we had with those. Not struggles, but what we had in our childhood. But anyways, moving on. But no, I'll get it on DVD and watch it 100 times. So I'm not disrespecting or saying that Power Rangers 2017 or Beauty and the Beast 2017 adaptation was terrible, horrible, or not good at all. It was good. It was great, and I'm sure to have it on DVD right when it comes out, or get it for Christmas and enjoy it for the rest of my life. But I'm just saying that I would go with the original over the new one. But in this one instance, or the one thing that is different from 2017 from the original that I did like was Zordon and how he looked. It kind of reminded me, maybe even came from the 90s, a game or a thing where if you press into it, like you push up against it or whatever it is, it makes an indentation kind of thing. I don't even know what it's called. I should have looked it up before I started this. I apologize. But whatever, that's kind of what that reminded me of when I saw Zordon. Now technically we did see that in the trailer, but seeing it right away, that was awesome. That scene was straight fire in its own right. It's flames, it was good, and it was kind of cool. And I know there was other bigger moments in the movie, obviously, but for me as a Power Ranger nerd, it's a rep for the OG Power Rangers, for the originals. That was nice. That was awesome. That was a big moment for me, at least. Seeing that Alpha 5 Zordon, stuff like that, being introduced into that part of the movie, and then obviously enjoying their awesomeness throughout, as well. But just in that one, seeing that moment, for me, was pretty cool. Maybe I'm overhyping it. Maybe it's not as cool as you guys thought. But just that moment there, when Zordon appeared to talk to the Rangers, and first talking to Alpha in their alien language and everything else, and Alpha letting them know, hey, these people, these teenagers, as they're called, and even Zordon's like, teenagers? And also, but Zordon, damn, he was straight boss, and laying it too thick to these new Rangers and everything about taking it seriously, and you're not worthy, when they not able to morph, and this and that, like he's getting frustrated, and that's in the next parts here in the movie, not being able to morph, not being able and training and everything. And first though, Jason has to get his team back just to even start the training. Like they were all just going to leave, and they did. excuse me. Um, but he is able to get them coming back. And like I said, I was talking to myself on my drive home from the theater, uh, back home, and in my head as I'm talking now, I think that review might be a little bit better than the one that's actually going to appear on camera. So I guess I apologize to myself, because that one I was, let's just say, a little more hyped. Sorry about that. A little hyper, a little more hyped, for what I was going to say. But anyways, moving on here in the way I'm doing it now, the next morning in my relaxed state, I guess. I'm gonna have like a kumbaya moment, fire or on the fireplace, or not fireplace, but campfire. Get to know each other, kind of a little bit deeper. Trying to think maybe that's the reason they needed more, or they need to get to know each other truly. And each of them share a backstory about themselves. Trini, we've come to find out, is a lesbian. I guess we can say it that way. I don't think there's any more of a politically correct way to say it. Just lesbian. Yeah, okay. Anyways, we find that out in her story. So that was interesting. And it makes that scene with Kimberly that I was talking about when they're playful, little banter, a little more interesting. Even though Kimberly doesn't swing that way, but I don't know, I'm just saying. Anyways, each of them telling about the story. Jason, each of them just telling the story. One about his mother that's sick, somebody dying. Jason about his stuff, and Kimberly was like, I don't want to say anything, skip me, sort of thing. And then later on, she talks to Jason one-on-one in his room, just sneaks up on the brothers, just like, hey, okay, whatever, you're here, okay, cool. And they talk, and I know in the trailer they show them kissing, but that didn't happen in the movie. It was cut out, maybe because they're teasing they're showing sexual tension, or just tension in general, or romanticism between those two, between Kimberly and Jason. We could remember how that was in the original, because in the original it wasn't like that from the start, but kind of. But either way, between Kimberly and Jason, and maybe they're trying to stretch that out, because I've been hearing they wanted to do 6 more movies. Saban's been talking about that, or Saban, to do 6 more movies. So this would be the start of this new franchise moving forward, which is pretty cool. I don't know if they'll get to 6 more movies. That might be a lofty goal. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but you don't want to do too much to devalue what you're trying to create. So, hey, if they can make 7 total great movies, that's great. If they can only get to 5 total, 4 more, that's fine too, as long as each one is a home run like this one. And this one being an origin story, that's why most of it was of them training and getting to know each other and this and that. And I know I assume some people might not have liked that, wanted more fighting and wanted them to morph earlier and having more of those kind of scenes, which I'm not going to lie, I would have loved too, but you can't have everything right away, right? Especially if you want to do 6 more movies, and especially if you want to hit the ground running and actually establish something in your first movie, which is getting to know the Rangers. For us as viewers watching, and just in general, of almost like a coming of age thing as well. Just introduce and happen, and in the end, which it did near the end of the movie, we actually had the battle, and we had Goldar. Goldar was back. That was awesome. She was talking during the movie while they're training and all the other stuff. They go back to Rita and Goldar, or finding gold and killing dudes. Yeah, they were mostly dudes. Anyways, taking gold to build her Goldar. And then when Goldar appeared, she had a line like, "Nice to see you again," or something like that. And I was like, it's nice to see both of you again on the screen, Rita and and Goldar, even though they're the bad guys, they're still pretty awesome. At least they are more awesome now than they were, because Goldar and Rita in the original were bad guys, but they weren't taken seriously. Rita, who's the boss, was not seriously at all, just bitching and complaining to them not getting the job done themselves, but not doing anything herself. And Goldar just getting an ass whooped by Power Rangers every time. I don't know, just my thoughts there. But either way, it was pretty cool to see him, see Goldar back and everything. And another cool moment in the movie. Again, I apologize if I'm not doing this correctly in order, and I'm sure I'm not. But for those that have seen it as well, but the moment when all together, going to fight Rita, and they're, after they all morph, and after Billy is killed by Rita, like Rita has them all tied up, and it's like, one of you jabronis know where the crystal is, crystal. Like, eeny, meeny, money, mo, one of you some bitches just know. Excuse my language, but one of you guys know where it is, and I know who it is, and it's you, Blue, or something like that, Blue Ranger, whatever, however she stated it, having them all tied up there in her trap, so to speak. And she's starting to kill one of his friends, one of the other Power Rangers, and she's always like, countdown, 3, 2, 1. And then he's like, whoa, stop, whoa. All right, I'll let you know. It's at Krispy Kreme. It's another way I'm talking about ad placement. Just straight up right in your face, Krispy Kreme's, part of Angel Grove. What's up? Hey, I like Krispy Kreme's. We used to have a Krispy Kreme's in my town. It's no longer here, unfortunately. But it was awesome. But anyways, no, but he says it's Krispy Kreme's, and she goes, oh, really? Cool, thanks. Boop, 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 boom. She kills him. Yeah, and then when that happened, I'm like, oh damn. And I thought, as they're pulling him out of the water, I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna be fine. They'll be scared there for a little moment, and we'll move on. And awesomeness. But no, like, one of them actually literally says that he's dead, and I'm like, oh no, one of those face plants. Like, no, what's going on? Not this, not in this. We're supposed to have 6 more movies, and this happened. I'm like, dang. Okay. And they're carrying him to Zordon's, and then I thought, okay, maybe Zordon's will do something. And he's like, nope, I can't help him. And everybody's all sad, and they realize how awesome he actually is, even though I'm sure sometimes he was annoying because he talks so much. Again, he's like me, where I can ramble about things, whether I'm with my friends or not. My friends deal with it better than obviously strangers do. But anyways, but still, they liked him. He was a good kid, a good person. He is, like I said, Billy's like me, like my personality in reality. So just so you know, if you want to get to know me, kind of learn through the Blue Ranger character, learn through Billy, the Blue Ranger character here from the first movie, Power Rangers here in 2017. I'm just saying that I'm kind of like him. My humor is like him, like his. Sometimes more serious than I need to be. Talk to myself, this and that. I'm like Billy. So if you liked Billy, you'll like me. So anyways, then, as they're all sad, the morphing grid is opened up, and Zordon, if he wants, can come back. And then, he goes away. But we don't see him there in human form. And then we don't see him yet back on the screen. And then he comes back on the screen, and Alpha's like, that was your one chance. You can't do it again, yada, yada. And he saves Billy, and Billy comes back. And ironically, as much as it was a sad moments and me doing my face palm and being sad and stuff like that, because Rita killed the Power Rangers, and my favorite one, at least in this group, in this series, my favorite one when I was a child was Red Ranger and Black Ranger. And then obviously, as a kid, I had the hots for Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. My original Woman Crush Wednesday, or whatever that is. Right, Woman Crush Wednesday, that's a thing still? Is it? No? Okay. Anyways, But the Kimberly of 2017, like I said, Naomi Scott, who was from the Disney movie and stuff like that, and yeah, and in my video about Liv and Maddie, welcome to check that out. I talk about how Disney stars, when after they leave Disney, they do some crazy stuff, whether in their personal life or in movies. She didn't really do crazy stuff here of like sex scenes or anything scandalous like that, but she was they sort of swimming, in a swimsuit in a two-piece, so that was cool in a way. But yeah, anyways, moving on from there, but just having her back and having all these characters, and then like I said, with Billy's death and everything, I think that actually brought them close together. So they, I guess, needed that as much as obviously that was a sad moment. It actually brought them together even closer, even more so than that. Those moments by the campfire, learning about each other, like even that that did something. But above this, and then Kimberly, when she barged or trespassed almost into Jason's room, Jason's home there, revealed that she might have been the reason why they weren't morphing, because of something that she did, spreading a picture around of somebody else and this and that. So kind of backtracking there. But anyway, getting to my point of then now they're finally able to morph. And when he says it's morphing time, I was tingling all inside. I couldn't really express it because there weren't too many people in the theater. It was a Wednesday night at the movie theater in our small town that I was in, or back in our hometown, which is understandable. It's a Wednesday night, 7 p.m. showing, so it is what it was. I think it was a total of 9 people, so I couldn't really be overly whatever as I would have been if I was there night one, with a packed theater, where all of us would be, singing the theme song when that played, or oohs and ahs of moments like Zoran's appearance. I know I would have been. And also when he said it's morphing time, I know I would have been almost like got up out of my seat and people would tell me, sit your ass back down, sort of thing. I wish I would understand that. I mean, we're watching a movie here, but we still would have been jump out of your seat or lean back in your seat. Oh my gosh, that's awesome moment. But when they had that Power Ranger music, after they morph and get into also get into their Zords, which, the 2017 version of the Zords looked pretty cool too. Badass. That shit was straight flames too. Speaking of flames, that's later in the review here, or shortly here in the review of the movie. But then, so them going to Rita as Rita's attacking the city. They're able to morph and everything. And they're going, and the Go Power Rangers is on. You already know, Micah, and there was one other person also that was looking forward to my review, and I apologize that my review isn't up to my own standards that I had last night. Like I said, I was talking to myself in the car already of what I wanted to say in my review that night. Then again, I had problems with Google Hangouts and stuff when I tried to do the review last night. So it's not as excited me, being as whatever as I was late last night to do it, which are the best reviews when they're right away. It's really fresh. This is the next day and it's not as fresh and I might be bouncing around. And again, I apologize, but welcome to like the video, share and subscribe if you wish to. But Micah and another viewer of mine, another subscriber, was looking forward to seeing my review here. Hopefully this one is good into your standards and everything. And I hope you like to hear what I had to say about it. But it's not going to be like it was going to be late last night if I was actually able to continue that one and finish that one. For those that actually did watch live late last night, you know what I mean, how actual personality I had last night, because I was all giddy. Like I said, I was talking to myself in my car, like Billy did when he was there in that area when he was talking to his father, but in a way talking to himself. And he does throughout the movie. I was talking to myself in my car ride home about what I was going to say in my review, and in that 20-minute car ride or so, a 36-minute car ride, whatever it was, 20 to 30 minutes. And either way, car ride home, I was, doing what I was going to say. And while I was doing it, when I finally got home, I was like, wow, that was actually pretty good. If only I can actually get that on tape or here on Google Hangout. People might actually like it. I might actually get more subscribers or views. But like I said, it had to be the next day because I wasn't able to finish my Google Hangout yesterday from late last night. So we're moving it over here. But anyways, we're getting to the fight scene. I guess we'll just skip there. Skip ahead. They beat Goldar and Rita. But first, Rita and Goldar bring it. Right, for sure. And you think they got him. They think they did. Because Billy self-sacrifice. Kimberly picks up Billy, with a pterodactyl there, and just boop, drops him like a atom bomb or atomic bomb, and then he presses whatever button there is and poof, wipes out Goldar and Rita. I'm like, oh dang, they won here. Did it cool? And I kind of was hoping, like, how in the TV show when they win, like when they have that last fighting sword, with their Megazord and the Power Sword, and they, that one thing, and they had played the music at that time, like they played it earlier. So okay, cool. Shout out to OG Power Rangers, the originals. But you want to truly shout out the originals, you have in the end when they do defeat her. Whether it was going to be at that moment, like I thought, or when it actually did happen, when pretty much the Megazord just bitch slaps Rita into outer space. That was kind of cool. And that was kind of a callback earlier in the movie when Jason slaps the bully in detention there in Saturday detention at the school for picking on Billy. And that's even before they even got to know each other. So like I said, that's why I like that dynamic between Jason and Billy. Reminds me between the dynamic between me and my best friend, or my friend, to be quite honest, Tyler. The guy, one of the cool dudes, one of my friends, one of my boys, that I saw the movie with last night. Not saying our dynamic in high school was like that way in high school of him being a protector of mine, but still us being friends and being friends organically, and just like any friendships happen. But I don't know, just in that moment, kind of reminded me of that in a way. I don't know whether correct or not, and just what it did. But anyways, there. Beyond that, but at the end of that moment, maybe they would have been really nice to hear the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not dubbed, not resung, not this, not that, like just original music, just copy and pasted into this movie for 20 seconds or whatever seconds there at the end, like they did have in the original series when the end of the fighting scene when they defeat the monster and win, and then. And then in the original, they go back to that Rita and bitching to people and her minions there about what happened. But there was also another callback when she's talked about go there and make my monster grow. You remember that from the original when she threw her sword, or not sword, but whatever, her staff down to earth, and then made her monsters grow. In each episode. But right there, that was a pretty cool scene or a moment there in the movie as well. So all those callbacks to the originals, never better. But that would have been, if that happened, if they did another Go-Go Power Ranger music moment again, and it actually is the original music by the original singer, just taking copy and paste. Not saying you brought in the original singer to sing it again. No, you just copy and paste of what you had because it was freaking gold. That was straight flames, and you just take it. And you put it in this movie and put it at that moment, I would have been like, that would have given it an A+++ for me. I mean, honestly, I know that's my heart talking more than my head, but still, it would have been. It would have got me, for sure, someone that's there for somewhat nostalgic reasons, but also to see what, to base it and enjoy this movie on what it is as a film here in 2017. But anyways, they all are backed up, and Goldar pushes them all into this pit. And I'm thinking, wait, if I remember correctly in the originals, isn't this how the Zords were actually introduced. They came from the fires and everything, and when actually, but that was just the introduction, not the actual boss battles, but the introductions. If I remember from the very first episode, the pilot, when Zordon was talking about the Zords to the new Power Rangers there, to the OGs there, and showing them coming from the fire and everything, and I'm like, oh well, maybe they'll come back stronger and better. And guess what they do? And they become the Megazord. Now they didn't do it like the original with their Megazord, with the Zords coming together, and being, that kind of sequence, being put together and becoming the Megazord, like they did in the original with the music. I mean, that again, if they had four big parts that I would have thought of them to play the music, at least they did it once when they're off to battle and they're finally able to morph and they have their Zords and they're on their way to do battle and kick some candy ass. All right, but it would have been cool to also see it in those other moments, like when they defeat Golda and Rita, when they have the Megazord, if they actually have it shown assembling, play the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme, or if they want their 2017 version that they were playing, and stuff like that. I mean, that would have been even more pumped, more hyped. But like I said, I enjoyed this movie for what it was. Again, I apologize to those that did watch live last night that this review this morning, the next day, isn't as awesome as that one would have been, or as energetic or lively, or as entertaining, I guess you could say. Because trust me, I was moving and shaking. I was eating my bowl of ice cream last night. I was like, I don't care. I'm eating ice cream. There's people that live stream and they have beer and alcoholic drinks with them. And that's not a problem. And it's not because I'm sure they're of age and stuff like that. But it's just, they can do that, then I can be okay with myself eating a bowl of ice cream while I'm giving a review of a movie. I don't care, sort of thing. Like my I don't know. I'm almost a savage in that way. Straight savage last night in that way as well. Just showing more personality. Hopefully I showed some personality in this review. But it's the morning after. Had a great time. Look forward to getting the movie. And when I get the movie, you all know that scene when they play the music, Go Power Rangers, Go Power Rangers. I'm going to, maybe not on a loop because I want to watch the whole movie, obviously, and I'll watch the whole movie 100 times. But that moment in itself, I'll watch 1,000 times while watching the whole entire movie 100 times for the next 80 years or however I am lucky to be on this earth, God willing. But hope you guys all like this review. Welcome to like the video, share the video, tweet it out to people, tweet it out to the cast, tweet it out to @Power Ranger movie or whatever. Tweet out to your other YouTubers that you watch for movie reviews and otherwise to let them know that this dude does reviews of movies as well and you enjoyed it. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. Take care. I will be having my Wrestling Ramble episode tonight. And I got some big news to share. Oh, it's true. It's dang true. But as always, take care.